Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Daily Cup English. I'm Liam and I'm super excited to have you with us today.
Hi guys, I'm Chloe, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our daily podcasts.
Yes, that's right. Every day we bring you fun, easy English conversations about real life topics. And today, Chloe, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Me too, Liam. Today we're talking about something everyone experiences, but sometimes finds a little tricky. Compliments. Yes, we're going to discuss how to give and receive compliments with confidence.
That's right. Compliments are everywhere at work, at school, at home, even on the street sometimes. But surprisingly, many people don't know how to give them naturally or how to accept them gracefully.
Exactly. And sometimes a simple, "you look nice today," can make someone's day, but we hesitate to say it, or we don't know what to say back when we get one.
So true. Before we dive in, Chloe, let me ask you, do you ever feel awkward when someone compliments you?
Oh, all the time. Sometimes I just don't know what to say. I smile, maybe nod, and hope it's enough. How about you?
Oh, yes, exactly. I used to just shrug or say, oh, it's nothing. But now I've learned that a simple thank you goes a long way. And that's what we'll cover today, tips and real examples of giving compliments and receiving them.
Perfect. And don't worry, guys, we'll make it simple and fun. You'll get to hear natural conversations just like this one, and maybe practice along with us.
All right, let's get started. So, Chloe, let's start with giving compliments. I think giving a compliment can actually make you feel really good. For example, I remember last week at work, my colleague finished a big project. I said, wow, you did an amazing job on this report. And honestly, seeing her smile was so rewarding.
Oh, I know that feeling. I remember last month, my friend tried a new hairstyle. I said, "Your hair looks amazing." And she lit up immediately. That small comment really made her day.
Yes, and that's the thing. Compliments don't have to be big or fancy. They just have to be honest. If you notice something nice about someone and you say it sincerely, it really counts.
Totally. But I think a lot of people feel shy or even scared to give compliments. They might think it's too forward or that the other person will feel embarrassed.
Absolutely. I used to feel that way too. Sometimes I would think, oh, maybe it's weird to say that, but I realized if your compliment is kind and genuine, it's never weird. In fact, it can brighten someone's whole day.
Yes. And another tip is to be specific. For example, instead of saying, "you're great," you can say, "I really like how organized your desk is. It looks so neat. It feels more personal and real."
Exactly. People notice details, and when you mention something specific, it shows you really pay attention. And don't worry about overthinking it. Small compliments are still very powerful.
Haha, I remember one funny time. I complimented a friend's outfit and she looked at me like I was joking. I had to say, "No, really, I love it." And then she finally smiled. Sometimes people just need to hear it clearly.
Yes, and that's also a reminder. Don't worry if someone reacts strangely at first. The main point is your intention is kind.
And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. I try to give at least one compliment every day, even if it's something small, like telling my barista, "You made my coffee perfectly today."
That's a great example. Simple, real, and positive. You can see that compliments aren't just about making someone feel good, they also create a friendly, happy atmosphere.
Absolutely. And I think it also helps the person giving the compliment. You feel warmer, happier, and more connected to people. It's like a little chain of kindness.
That's a great way to put it. And for our listeners, the key points here are be honest, be specific, and don't overthink it. Just go ahead and give that small compliment. It really makes a difference.
Exactly. All right. Next, we'll talk about the other side, how to receive compliments without feeling awkward. That's something I think almost everyone struggles with. All right, Liam, now let's talk about receiving compliments. Honestly, I sometimes feel a little shy when someone compliments me.
Oh, yes, I know that feeling too. It's funny because we like compliments, but sometimes we don't know what to say.
Exactly. And I remember last week, my friend told me, "Chloe, your presentation today was really good." And I just froze for a second. I smiled and said, "Oh, thanks, but I felt like I could have said something better."
Yes, I've been there too. I used to say things like, oh, it's nothing, or I just got lucky, which honestly doesn't really feel good for the person giving the compliment.
Right. And I realized that the best way to respond is just simple and polite. You can say thank you or I really appreciate it. Short, easy, and confident.
Absolutely. And it's not only polite, it also shows confidence. When you accept a compliment gracefully, you make the other person feel good too.
Yeah, it's like a little positive cycle. Someone gives a compliment, you accept it warmly, and both people feel happier.
I love that. And another tip is to smile when you accept a compliment. It sounds simple, but a smile makes the compliment feel real and heartfelt.
Totally. And sometimes you can add a little detail if you want. For example, if someone says, "You're really good at drawing," you can reply, "Thank you. I've been practicing a lot lately." It feels natural and friendly.
Yes, that's perfect. It's short, confident, and shows you appreciate the compliment without overthinking it.
Oh, and I think it's also okay to feel a little shy. At first, it might feel awkward, but the more you practice, the easier it gets.
Exactly. And don't worry about making mistakes. Even if you say something like, oh, it's nothing, it's okay. Just try to add thank you next time.
Haha, yes, the main idea is to practice accepting compliments, just like we practice speaking English. Little by little, it becomes natural.
And for our listeners, remember, acknowledge the compliment, smile, and say thank you. That's all it takes to receive compliments with confidence. All right, Chloe, now that we've talked about receiving compliments, let's give some tips about how to compliment others.
Sounds good. So, first tip, be sincere. Don't say something just because you think it's polite. People can feel if it's fake.
Yes, and second, try to be specific. Instead of just saying, you're great, say something like, I really like how organized your notes are. It makes everything clear. That feels more real.
Absolutely. Specific compliments show you're paying attention. For example, instead of saying, nice dress, you could say, I love your dress. The color really suits you. Small details make a big difference.
Exactly. And timing is also important. Try to give a compliment at the right moment, when the person can hear it and appreciate it.
Right. And remember, compliments don't have to be huge or serious. Even little compliments can brighten someone's day, like saying, thanks for helping me with this, or you made my coffee perfectly today.
Oh, yes, little compliments are powerful. And here's another tip. Use body language. A smile, eye contact, or friendly tone makes your compliment feel warmer.
Totally. And sometimes you can make it fun. For example, I once told my friend, you're a star at baking, and she laughed and said, thanks, I try my best. It made both of us happy.
Yes, humor can make compliments even more enjoyable, as long as it's friendly and kind.
And one more tip. Don't overdo it. 1 or 2 thoughtful compliments a day is enough. If you give too many, people might feel it's not genuine.
Very true. And remember, giving compliments builds connections. It makes people feel valued and appreciated. And that's what makes life nicer for everyone.
Yes, I think the main message is notice the good things, say them sincerely, and make someone's day better. That's really the art of complimenting.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, the key points to remember are be sincere, be specific, use good timing, and show it with your body language.
Perfect. And the best part? You don't need to be perfect at it. Just try. Practice a little every day, and it becomes natural.
I agree. Compliments are not just words, they're little acts of kindness that can make both people feel good.
Totally. And in the next part, we'll talk more about receiving compliments confidently, with fun examples and real situations that happen every day.
All right, Chloe, let's continue with receiving compliments. This is where many people feel nervous.
Yes, I think it's normal to feel shy. Sometimes I just don't know what to say, especially if the compliment is about something I worked hard on.
Exactly. For example, someone says, Liam, your presentation was really clear and helpful, and you might feel embarrassed or want to downplay it.
Yes, I used to say, oh, it's nothing, or I just got lucky. But now I've learned that a simple thank you is much better.
Totally. And you can add a little extra if you want, like, thank you, I really tried my best. Or, thanks, I appreciate that. It shows gratitude without feeling awkward.
Another thing is smiling. When you smile while saying thank you, the compliment feels real and the other person feels appreciated.
Right, and sometimes people try to be funny when they receive a compliment. Like if someone says, you look great today, they might say, haha, I tried really hard to pick this shirt. It's okay, but don't forget to add a clear thank you, too.
Yes, and also don't reject the compliment. Even if you feel shy or embarrassed, it's polite and confident to accept it.
Exactly. And remember, compliments are a way to connect with people. By accepting them gracefully, you show respect to the person giving it and also show confidence in yourself.
That's a great point. And here's another tip. If you receive a compliment on something you didn't work much on, it's still okay to accept it kindly. For example, if someone says, your shoes are cool, and you bought them last week, just say, thank you, I really like them too.
Absolutely. The main idea is acknowledge it, say thank you, and smile. Simple steps, big effect.
And the more you practice, the easier it gets. At first, it might feel awkward, but after a while, receiving compliments becomes natural.
Totally. And for our listeners, don't forget, you deserve compliments too. Accepting them is part of feeling confident and happy in life.
Yes. All right, next, let's talk about real life situations where you can both give and receive compliments. These examples will make it easier to see how it works in everyday life.
Okay, Chloe, let's imagine some everyday situations. First, the office. You see a coworker finishing a big report. What do you say?
Hmm, I could say, wow, your report looks amazing. You worked really hard on this.
Perfect. Specific, kind, and professional. And if they reply, you can just smile and say, thank you, I appreciate it. And that's it.
Right. And in a coffee shop, maybe you see the barista make a really nice coffee. You can say, this coffee is perfect. Thank you for making it so well. Small, friendly, and it makes their day.
Exactly. And sometimes you can compliment a friend's style. Like, I love your shoes. Where did you get them? It shows you notice details and care.
Yes, and sometimes people react funny. I remember I complimented my friend's new jacket, and she said, oh, this old thing, and laughed. I just said, no, really, it looks great. And then we both laughed.
That's so true. Humor can make compliments even more fun as long as it's friendly.
Another situation is school or classes. If a classmate does well in a project, you can say, great job on your project. I learned a lot from your work. It's polite, specific, and encouraging.
Absolutely. And the key is to notice details like effort, creativity, or kindness, not just general traits. That makes compliments meaningful.
Yes, and even at home, you can compliment family members, like, Mom, dinner was delicious tonight, or Dad, thanks for helping me with my homework. Simple words, but they make people feel appreciated.
Totally. And when someone compliments you back, just smile and say thank you. For example, thanks, I really enjoyed cooking it.
Exactly. And don't forget, practice makes perfect. If you try to give at least one compliment every day and accept compliments naturally, it becomes easier and more fun.
Yes, and it's like a small daily habit that makes life more positive. Both giving and receiving compliments can make relationships stronger, happier, and more friendly.
Totally agree. And sometimes a small compliment can even make someone's whole week better. So it's really powerful, right?
Absolutely. And for our listeners, here's a quick reminder. Notice the good things around you, say them sincerely, and accept compliments with a smile. That's really the heart of this episode.
Perfect. And next, in the final part, we'll discuss a little tricky side of compliments, when they can feel awkward, and how to handle that gracefully. That's something everyone should know.
All right, Chloe, let's talk about a little tricky side of compliments. Sometimes a compliment can feel awkward.
Oh, yes, I've experienced that. Like when someone gives a compliment that feels too general or maybe a little fake.
Exactly. For example, someone says, "You're amazing," without any reason. Sometimes it feels nice, but other times it can feel strange.
Right. And sometimes compliments can feel awkward if the person giving it has a different tone, like joking or teasing. You're not sure if they mean it seriously.
Totally. So the key is context and intention. If you feel unsure, just accept it politely. A simple smile and thank you works in almost every situation.
Yes, and don't overthink it. Remember, the person probably wants to make you feel good, not uncomfortable.
And here's another example. Sometimes we get compliments about things we didn't do much for, like, "You look great today," and you're just wearing casual clothes. It might feel awkward, but just say, "Thanks, that's kind of you," and move on.
Exactly. The main idea is be polite, smile, and accept it gracefully. That way, the compliment stays positive for both people.
And for our listeners, remember, sometimes compliments can feel tricky, but it's all about your attitude. Don't reject it, don't overthink it, just appreciate it.
Yes, and sometimes the most important thing is just acknowledging the compliment. Even a little, thank you, I appreciate it, can make everyone feel good.
Absolutely. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes to handle compliments in any situation, even the slightly awkward ones.
Totally. Okay, I think we've covered the tricky part. Now it's time for the final part, summary and key takeaways for our listeners.
All right, Chloe, let's wrap up today's episode. We've talked about giving compliments, receiving them, real life examples, and even tricky situations.
Yes, so let's give our listeners a quick summary of the main points. First, when giving compliments, remember, be sincere, be specific, use good timing, and show it with a smile or friendly tone.
Perfect. And when receiving compliments, remember, smile, say thank you, acknowledge it, and don't downplay yourself. That's all it takes to show confidence.
And don't forget, practice is key. Try to give at least one compliment every day and accept compliments naturally. Soon, it becomes easy and fun.
Exactly. And compliments are small acts of kindness that strengthen relationships, create positive vibes, and make people happy. And the best part is, they're simple to do.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, don't forget to notice the good things around you, say them sincerely, and accept compliments with a smile. That's really the heart of this episode.
Perfect. And tell them how to subscribe.
Also, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to Daily Cup English and turn on notifications. We have new episodes every day with real English conversations like this one.
Yes, and practice along with us. Try out compliments in your daily life and notice how it changes your day and the people around you.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. And remember,
A kind word goes a long way.
exactly. See you tomorrow for another fun episode of Daily Cup English.
Bye, everyone. Keep smiling and keep complimenting.